Hey, what's up? It's Phoenix and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I encourage you to hit that like button, to subscribe for more quality content, and to share with your friends. I also encourage you to check out my books, which are on my author page. I'll put the link in the description, and I encourage you to check out the playlist tab for more videos. Today I'm very excited because I'm going to talk about the play Fences, which was by the African-American playwright August Wilson. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Now, August Wilson has been compared to Shakespeare in terms of the amazing qualities of his plays and the quality of what he writes, and I think that this comparison is apt. Certainly, August Wilson is capturing a moment in time, a moment in history, and he does a very good job at conveying what it feels like to be African American in America. I wanted to process everything that is going on right now in American societies, and I wanted to kind of pay homage to what is going on and what I hope that we can do better and what I hope that can be better, and I want to respect what's going on. So I would say that this play does a very good job at capturing what it's like to be black in America. Troy is a very bitter character, and it is understandable why. He is so bitter that he sabotages his son's Lions' opportunity to be able to play sports, and he does this out of protection, but there are a lot of brutal exchanges, and it seems as though Troy is very authoritarian in this way, and you are left to understand it is because of the way that he has been treated as a black person. Living in American culture and American society. And this is a very difficult thing to acknowledge. It really is tragic that this character, Troy, is trying to keep his family together and trying to keep himself together, but how he ends up alienating the people that he loves, how he ends up hurting them by way of his harsh treatment. And as I've said, you are left to understand that this is because this is what he has experienced in his life as a man, as a black man growing up, and how this has been very hard for him, and it has been harsh for him as well with trying to survive. So I definitely recommend Fences. I think the book captures what it feels like to separate ourselves. I think it captures what it feels like to isolate ourselves from people that we associate as being different from us, or maybe having some kind of power over us, or vice versa, where maybe they don't have any power over us and we are focusing instead on our hierarchy, as an example. And I think that it is very remarkable the way that this play unfolds, with thinking about how the fence is something that needs to get built, as you find out in this story, but how the fence is just another thing to separate us. And so I would say that because Troy is so bitter, and because he alienates his family so much from his anger at experiencing the things that he has, that he separates himself from his family and from society and is no longer integrated. And the question that you're left asking is it even possible for someone of this stature, as he might describe himself, to be able to integrate into society? And it seems that it's very difficult to know that. It's very interesting to think about how, even though Troy is working a blue-collar job, how his kids are still able to experience more positive things in their life, even though Troy sabotages Lion's ability to be able to play sports and to be able to move up in that way. Certainly, they have a more positive experience than Troy had when he was growing up. And so this definitely expresses that things can get better across generations. But it is still tragic that because of American history and because of how American society has treated black folk, it is a very harsh thing to try to understand. And it's a very harsh thing to try to live with. And so, yeah. So there's much more that I could say about this book. I encourage you to check it out, however, and to see it for yourself. I certainly think the fence metaphor is very potent, because as I've seen in my experience with life, we cut ourselves off from each other, and we don't connect with each other, and we judge each other based off status and differing qualities that we may have. And I think this makes it very difficult to make connections. And I find myself appreciative of August Wilson's book, of identifying with such difficult themes and trying to understand what it is like to grow up black in America. So yeah, I encourage you to check out this play. And I also encourage you to continue to read. There is a rich selection of African American literature to read, and I encourage you to check that out. And yeah, I'm Phoenix, and thank you for listening, and I will talk to you next time.